Charlotte-Mecklenburg school leaders are hoping voters say yes to a plan in the billions for new facilities. The $2.5 billion bond measure could be key to achieving their 6-year goals. If approved, these projects would be rolled out between 2025 and 29. It's a record-setting bond for 30 of the district's highest priority projects. The largest project would be at North Mecklenburg High School, $228 million. With it will come a 3-cent tax increase per $100 for homes valued above $400,000. On November 7th, this will all be in the hands of voters.
And we're joined now by Chief Legal Correspondent Khalif Rhodes to talk about this. Obviously, we're looking at early voting for the board. The bond is one of the biggest issues on there, and depending on how the board members feel about that, potential board members, how big of a role is that going to play in who eventually gets these 3 seats up for grabs?
Well, I think the writing's on the wall with the bond. I mean, if the voters decide to approve this, because it's the voters' decision now, and the CMS bond board approved it earlier this year. The Board of County Commissioners came right behind them and approved the measure as well. And so now it's up for us individual voters to make this decision. The problem with this bond is that most of the time it would have overwhelming support in areas that it typically would have support in the African-American community, in the black church. It really hasn't. There's been opposition and pushback in that area. And so while I do believe this bond will probably ultimately push through, because last one was 72, 74%, I think this opposition is at least slowing it down and having folks attempt to look back and figure out what they can do in terms of changes or making alterations to or maybe a future bond.
Not only do we have this bond, but there are also 14 people on the ballot, all kind of vying for school board positions.
It's a mixed bag of candidates. Out of 14, you have some folks that have run a number of times before in the past, 2 or 3 times in the past, and they believe it's their time. I mean, if you feel like you want to serve, and you have other people that feel like you want to serve, and you've already been serving in other capacities, maybe as a community organizer, maybe as a parent PTA, and now you want to take it to another level, and you've been unsuccessful in the past, there's no time like filing again and attempting to run. I mean, the filing fee is relatively low cost, and to run for a school board seat when it's that many individuals, you don't really have to raise that much money to go out there and actually win. Name recognition also helps if you've been there before, that people recognize your name and will attach you with someone that's attempting to go out there and do work. But I think there's a couple front runners, folks that have established themselves in the past and are kind of a couple steps ahead of other people right now.
All right, Khalif, obviously another big issue too is banning books there. Do you think that's going to be something that plays a role in this? Because it seems like this school board election may be more followed than others.
I think that is probably an issue that will be addressed on a local level, but then also on the state level. You're seeing that in other countries, that the general assemblies across the country are taking a fine look at how in local boards address books being read in the school and what can get in and get out. But currently in our state, our local boards have that authority to make that decision. Dr. Hill and her team are doing a great job of going out and having these town halls, these round tables, and talking to family members that have students. I got 4 in CMS, so I've attended these town halls, and they're making sure that they're being transparent with the process. Right now, and I think that's a great job. As a board member, your only employee, I'm on a number of boards, your only employee is the president, is the executive. Well, she's the executive. And so it's their job as the CMS board to guide her, to direct her, to lead her to a path where they want her to be successful. Being successful comes in a number of ways. Student success and having facilities to ensure that those students can be successful on a daily basis.